Peace, y'all. I'm Nasya with Today I am recording my series, Beginner's Journey into Yoga. This is great for beginners. It's going to teach you the most common postures that happen in classes and how they should look and feel for your body. So I'm doing sessions 1 and 2 today. On the 16th, I'll be having
journey.
This is Beginner's Journey into Yoga. Today will be session 1 and 2. Remind me, are both of y'all staying for both sessions or you just one?
I can do both.
You can do both? Cool. So we'll end around 1, 2. What, around 2? Lance will be joining us around 1 for that second part of the session. So I'll just slap him on the side there.
Okay.
This is very beginner friendly. It's going to break down how these postures should look and feel for your specific body. If anything feels great, awesome. If it doesn't feel great, communicate that with me and we can work through some modifications for that. Any questions? No? Awesome. Do y'all want a cup of tea?
I do want some tea.
Yes. Help yourself. I got hot water in there already. Go pick a cup. Let it sit and simmer, because, you know, tea takes about 4 hours to cool down.
And my cup be trying to. Why is that? Love you, mean it. Do you like chai? I love chai. People have been trying to make me nice to that. I don't know.
Hello, lovely.
It definitely gives me sex, but
So I just kind of gave you my spiel. This is beginner journey to yoga. I'm doing sessions 1 and 2 today. I think I told you we'll be done at 1, so you'll just be here for the first session. It's very beginner friendly. If it feels great, awesome. If it doesn't feel good, then let me know and we can work with an alternative. I'll have to talk to say when I'm doing this later.
you got it.
Is this the okay size? The things?
Yeah.
I already know.
Yeah, this one's from me. Would you like a cup of tea, Candace? Okay, the blocks are just kind of there because the back kept broken up. So you can move that. We'll start with seated breath work. You can sit on the block if that helps bring your hips a little higher. But whatever is a comfortable seated position for you. Do you want a cup of tea? We have sweet tangerine, lemon ginger, cinnamon, horchata, and elderberry and lemon balm.
Is it purple elderberry lemon balm?
Thank you. You want any honey? Honey? Yeah. Just enough water. Cheers. So, just starting in a comfortable seat. Option to close your eyes or just find the soft gaze right past your cheekbones. the expansion of your inhales and the softening of your exhales. I'll guide us through a breathing exercise. We'll breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it, and then out for 6 seconds. The purpose of this breathing exercise is to elongate your exhales, making your inhales more full. So take a regular breath in, regular breath out. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold it. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause. Big breath in, 2, 3, 4, hold. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause. One more round. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out and pause. Begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, blink your eyes open. Welcome back into the space. So we'll begin to match breath with movement now. So real gentle here. As you inhale, you'll just bring your arms up and over your head. And as you exhale, you'll bring your arms down by your side. The purpose of this one is to match the entire length of your breath with your movement. So as long as it takes you to inhale, that's the scoop up. You pause at the top, let your hands touch. Then as you breathe out, that complete cycle, when you get to the end, plant your fingers down. Pause at the bottom. Cool. So, do that. Move with your breath. Big breath in. Hold. And breathe out. Do that 2 more times on your own. Amazing. We'll continue to match your breath with your movement as we add in a little bit more movement. Our first pose will be child's pose. So you'll come to your hands and knees. You can bring your knees as wide as the mat and let your big toes kiss. And you'll melt your hips back towards your heels. If this is a lot of pressure on your knees, you can bring a block in between your feet here. And just kind of rest your hips on them. You can also bring a block underneath your forehead for a little support. Allow yourself to melt here. So just resting here is a resting child's pose. There's no real action happening. Just allowing yourself to be supported by the mat. And then we'll make this an active posture. So push into the heels of your hands and lift your fingers up. Stretch your fingers towards the front of the room and then gently place each finger down one at a time. Then press firmly into the space in between your thumb and index finger. Begin to draw energy up your entire arm. So you're flexing your muscles here. So you're finding this engagement from fingertips to your upper shoulders. And then can you push your chest down towards the mat a little bit more surrender here. Yes, still remaining active in your arms. Maybe even pushing your hands to allow your hips to melt back a little deeper. Feel your entire spine unraveling here. Take a slow breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. You'll come up into tabletop. So we'll move into some cat and cows, but to get yourself set up first, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Notice how your elbows feel. You kind of want them to bend a little bit. If it feels good with your fingers face forward, you can stay here. If you need a little bit extra space, you can turn your hands out a little bit. This allows you to open across your chest. So starting here, we'll just move the neck to start. So as you inhale, begin to look up. Then as you exhale, tuck your chin into your chest. That's one part. The second part is going to be your midsection moving. So as you inhale, you'll just kind of drop your chest down. Then as you exhale, you'll round your spine like an angry cat. And your neck naturally moves. And then the third part will be your low back or your pelvis. So as you inhale, you'll find this tilt of your pelvis coming down. And as you exhale, you'll find this like tucking curl of your pelvis unraveling. So do that a couple times. Move with your breath, just focusing on the hips here. Really isolating this movement so you can feel the entire stretch. And whenever you're ready, begin to incorporate all three parts. So inhale, dropping your chest, your low belly down and looking up. And exhale, tucking your tailbone, grounding your spine, tucking your chin in. Do that 3 more times. Again, moving with your breath. Do y'all feel the stretch along your entire spine? Do you notice any tension in your shoulders? Like down in here? Like up here? Cool. So go into your angry cat pose. Yep. And then find this like squeeze up here. Like squeeze your belly in and up. Push up, push up, push up. Hurt. Drop your head down. Does that feel a little better? Or you feel the stretch a little deeper? Hurt. Yes. You cat and cow there. Perfect. Whenever you feel good, you can come back to neutral spine. And then we'll find this flow in between child's pose and upward facing dog. So you've already established your child's pose is here. Your dog, your legs are extended behind you. You squeeze your glutes to drop your hips down. And then for your shoulders, typically what I see is this. You don't want this. Think Ariel from The Little Mermaid washed upon shore and singing her heart out. So proud chest here. Squeeze your shoulder blades in towards your spine, and then feel this stretch across the front of your collarbone. And then play with your hands set up here. So if you need a little bit extra space, if you feel tight across your shoulders, maybe walk your hands wide. Yep. And then it's this dip down of your hips. Then you'll press firmly into the tops of your feet if it feels good, so much that you can pop your thighs off the ground. But don't lose this integrity of your chest. So take a deep breath in here. Exhale, slowly come back to your child's pose. And move with your breath a couple of times through this. Inhale brings you forward, upward facing dog. And keep a slight tuck in your chin to protect your cervical spine. And exhale, let's bring you back to child's pose. changes you're feeling. Your breath is your guide. It'll tell you when you need to move. It'll tell you when to pause. Okay. Come into your up dog and pause here. Does it feel okay for you? Cool. What about you, Kimberly? Cool. So for your shoulders, turn your hips out just a smidgen. Not that much. Yep. Okay. And then start here. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, like in the back, like you're pinching a pencil. Perfect. Now can you drop your hips down? And gently squeeze me. Perfect. Open across your chest. So think, yes. Perfect. How are you feeling? Your hips are hurting?
No, my hips are going on.
Okay. Can you bring this leg in a little bit closer? Perfect. How does that feel?
Honestly, it's the mat.
It's the mat.
I'm not a good
It was cold. Okay. All right. How y'all feeling? Already, we've done some work. So yes, you're feeling it. Feel free to take a pause with your tea. So for upward facing dog, it's one of those that it's an extension of your back. So when your muscles are in extension, think lengthening. So even though we're kind of like crouched down, you're lengthening across your chest and across your back shoulders. So that squeeze of your shoulder blades in towards your spine, that's where your main support comes from. When I see people during class kind of in this like slouching, this is the passive posture. Nothing's really active here. This kind of promotes injury. So when you allow yourself to plant firmly, you're engaging the right muscles, and even that slight tuck of the chin, that allows you to fully elongate where it's possible, and engaging your glutes protects your hips. So instead of just that hanging down, you're hurting your back like this, versus the squeeze, you're supporting your inner thigh muscles that run across your hips. Cool. So our next one is downward facing dog. So you can start with here in your tabletop, tucking your toes. A modified down dog is just sitting your hips back, kind of like child's pose, but it's a little bit more active because you're on your toes here. So you might feel this stretch across your feet because shoes keep our toes together. This is gonna keep them apart, keep that energy flowing smoothly. And then whenever you're in down dog, let the weight of your neck go. Let it hang heavy. Sometimes I have to shake my head yes and no just to see, am I carrying any weight right now? And then you want to find that firm press from the heels of your hands and engaging your arm muscles. So if it feels good, you can stay right here. Downward facing dog, you just lift your hips up. So your body begins to look like an upside down letter V. And then check in with yourself here. If it feels weird, you can tiptoe your toes closer towards your hands. And then you want to melt your heels down towards the ground. They don't necessarily need to touch it, but give yourself that good stretch. Then here, the main part is to find a neutral spine. So you'll keep a soft bend in your knees, and then push your chest back towards your thighs. Yes. Demo, I think it could help if you take a step out a little bit. Yep. And then tiptoe your feet up a little closer. Perfect. Now here, you'll melt. Yes, feel that squeeze of the tips of your shoulder blades. So for you, come to stones real quick. Keep a soft bend in your knees. Yep. And then can you push your hips up a little higher? Yeah. Perfect. How's that feel? Excellent. Take a break. Down dog is a resting posture, but it's also an active posture.
So can you tell me the difference between active and resting?
Yeah, so your passive or resting postures, those are gonna be where you're just being supported by the ground. And so when you're in a downward facing dog, your hands and feet are supported by the ground, but the rest of your body isn't. And so what I typically see is like this overarching of the spine. You wanna find a neutral spine, so you want your shoulders to relax here. You can push your chest back towards your thighs, really allowing this straight line happening through your spine. And then really letting the weight of your head go. This one's gonna be a little bit more active because you're engaging the supporting muscles. So rather than just pressing into the ground, you're squeezing the tips of your shoulder blades. You're kind of engaged in your thighs, and then you allow that melt to happen so you can have that neutral spine. Great question. That good? Down dog feel good? Next on our list. Okay, so we'll kind of just start from the top, from child's pose, and then work our way. At the end of this, you'll be able to fully go through a Sun A, which is what we're building up to. So. Cat and cow necessarily isn't a part of the flow, but sometimes it's a great warm-up posture. It's also a great posture to do at the start of your day, fresh out the bed. You can do it seated, you can get on the ground and do it even from your bed. So take a deep breath in here. Exhale, side out. And your next inhale, come into upward facing dog. Shifting your chest forward, melt your hips down. Press into the tops of your feet. Gently squeeze your glutes. Deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. And check in with yourself here. Maybe you would tiptoe your toes closer towards your fingers. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Tiptoe to the top of your mat. And you'll come into ragdoll, just let your upper body hang over your lower body here. Kind of like when you pick up a napkin and it all just kind of folds. Yeah, that's you right now. So here, notice the difference between your feet. Begin to sway side to side, and then shift your weight from toe to toe. Yes, like the outsides of your feet to the insides of your feet. Keep a soft bend in your knees, allowing your belly to rest in your thighs. You can grab opposite elbows and kind of sway here. You can get a gentle neck stretch and interlock your hands and place them behind your neck. And then gravity, don't necessarily pull, but just let gravity melt you down. Allow your entire body to soften here. Take a deep breath in. Slow breath out. Right, inhale, halfway lift. So for halfway lift, a lot of people, you can be with me for a second, they lock their knees. If I can come in and do that and your knees buckle, don't do that. Don't lock your knees. So you want to engage your thighs here. So you're pulling up your kneecap almost like you're making a fist with your thigh. So it's a soft bend, but not like your forward fold where you're really bent and melting your chest. Just a soft bend here, more engaging of that thigh muscle. And then for your spine, you want to squeeze your low belly in and feel this unraveling of your tailbone coming down. And then you find length through the crown of your head. So your hands can come to your shins, they can come to your thighs. If you have blocks in your hands, that's a great place to use those as well. Blocks always bring the ground up closer to you. So a little extra support. So your halfway lift is more of an active posture, where your forward fold is that passive posture, where you're resting into yourself versus your halfway lift. Everything's kind of engaged. And then even finding that gentle squeeze of your shoulder blades together. Whew. So start from your forward fold. And on your next inhale, halfway lift. Check in down at your mat and find this length through the crown of your head, all the way back through your tailbone. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, melt your chest. Perfect. Slowly roll up, coming into mountain pose. Just hands by your side. Yeah, take them over here. Spread it out, shimmy it out. So for mountain pose, it's just your standing posture. You want your palms to face forward. Feel like you're standing at the top of the mountain. Maybe even close your eyes and envision yourself there. Feel this energy beaming from your fingertips. Notice the support of the ground beneath your feet. And then even here, find this soft engagement of your belly. So gently squeeze your belly in, pushing your hips forward. Gently squeezing your glutes to support your hips. Soften your shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, extended mountain pose with your arms up overhead. And gaze up at your hands here. And still here, everything's active. So from pressing down into your heels, lengthening up through your fingertips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And here, just acknowledge yourself, where you are in your journey now. Life is always ebbing and flowing. So it's important to pause and check in with yourself. Listen to your breath. Next, inhale, extended mountain pose, swoop your arms up. And exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, hinge from your hips, and melt your head down. Inhale, halfway lift. Find that engagement of your thighs, squeeze that belly in, gaze at the bottom of your mat. Breathe in, exhale, fold. All right, so the fun part, we're moving into the high to low plank series, or also what people refer to as your Nasya flow. So we'll start here in your forward fold. You can watch me for this first round. You'll step your feet back, planting your hands down, coming into your high plank. In your high plank, you want a soft bend in your elbows so your muscles are doing the work for you. And then it's that same action of kind of like gripping the mat with your fingertips for that extra support. For your heels, you push them back towards the back of the room and then squeeze your belly in and up for your mid-spine support. So this is your high plank. You'll breathe in here. Then exhale, you'll push yourself forward and lower down to your low plank. So for low plank, you can always take this from your knees. The primary thing to pay attention to for low plank, what I usually see is people just, like, it's still, right, it's still a posture. So focus on that bend in your elbows, and then as you lower down, you're squeezing your arms into your body. That's your support. So high plank, you can even do high plank from here. Into your low plank, then you'll breathe in and come into your upward facing dog. That's one variation. Another one, you're in forward fold. Perfect. So halfway lift, fold. You can step your feet back into your high plank, lower your knees, lower your chin, your chest. And as you inhale, you'll shimmy up into low cobra. So it's kind of like upward facing dog, but it's the same in the sense of your stretching across your chest. So still that squeeze of your arms in towards your body, squeezing your shoulder blades, lifting your chest up. Then lower back down and meeting back in your down dog. So we'll start in extended mountain pose. Inhale, arms come. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale the high plank and hold it here. So plant your hands down. And step one foot back at a time. And then push your heels towards the back of the room. Lengthen the crown of your head towards the front of the room. Squeeze your belly in and up. Squeeze your glutes for extra support. So, y'all are kind of in downward dog. Yup, there you go. You want that flat back here. And also option to come to your knees. If your knees feel better, go for it. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower down to your low plank. Squeeze your arms into your side body. Again, you can do this from your knees. Lowering, not all the way down to the mat, but just like that little hover where your arms get to shaking. Yeah. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shift onto the tops of your feet. Shine your chest forward. Nope, up dog. Yup. So hips come down. Do a little mermaid, wash the posture pose. Perfect. Breathe in. Exhale, down dog. Lift your hips. You can take a beat. How'd that feel? Real bad. Real bad. So first of all, it's yoga. This is how you build that inner strength. So people sometimes think yoga is just like light and flowy and it's just stretching. It can definitely be a workout. Yeah, when you're engaging the right muscles, you're active. Like it can almost burn more calories than just lifting some weights. Come take a hot yoga class with me.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to try that.
That's what it would.
Right?
Can I really get through it though? Like how long it be?
It's an hour. I don't know.
I mean, if you take a break, you can just lay there and sweat for a second.
Exactly.
Do you do that here?
No. So, yes. So these are some of the postures that I do incorporate in my hot yoga classes. But these are also just like basic postures that you'll see in most classes. The point of yoga is to truly connect with yourself, to find like, does this feel good? How can I make this feel good? And constantly checking in with yourself on what adjustments that you can make to bring ease to your experience. So, we started with that grounding breath and lengthening your exhales. Well, we just walked through the entire flow of your sun salutation A. So sun salutation's objective is to warm up the body. Once you get to, it's typically 3 rounds. It can be more or less. Your heart rate's going to increase. You're going to feel like, she's moving a little too fast for me. The point is to move with your breath. So you really have to tap into that. All right, inhale, doing this pose. And take that full deep inhale. Don't rush just because the next person is rushing. Truly listen to your breath as your guide. Cool. So we will go through that entire flow, starting with child's pose. The one we just did? Yep. We're going to incorporate everything from the high to low plank. But first, child's pose. Bring your knees a little wide here. Melt your chest. Just taking a moment to pause. Take a deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shift your chest forward, think the little mermaid. Squeeze your glutes. Press into the tops of your feet. Deep breath in. Exhale, down dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Make your adjustment so you can melt your chest back towards your thighs. Let your head hang heavy. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to stretch your arms up overhead. Pause at the top. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees, hinge from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Tighten those thighs. Lengthen the crown of your head forward. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. High plank. Plant your hands. Step your feet back. Find this length. Push your heels towards the back. Bring your crown towards the front. Squeeze your belly. Squeeze your glutes. Deep breath in. Exhale, low plank. Lower down halfway. Squeeze your arms into your side body. Yes. Upward facing dog. Hips come down, gentle squeeze. Downward facing dog. Perfect. How y'all feeling? Good. Good. Emma, how you feeling? No worries. And again, you can take the modifications that best serve you. Like, if your body's like, bruh, give me a break, then listen to it. Yoga is about honoring your body. Go off up to that 2 more times. So you can take a beat to start. Take a sip of water, re-energize. Y'all are most likely gonna be a little sore, but in a good way.
That's one of the ways that makes you want to do it every day.
Because at this age, we have to do it every other day at least.
Listen, consistency is key. Every other day.
Well, at least. Or you're going to be popping hurting like that all the time.
You can miss yoga once, but not two
Not
twice.
Not weekly. Not weekly no more. This 1 week.
I'm trying to find something. I just walk. Like, I hate the gym. All I do is walk, and it's getting cold, and it's like, I don't like walking cold, so I'm trying to replace it, but.
The gym that me and Nasya go to, I love.
I don't
It's my
like
favorite
it.
one. Well, I like Eagle Creek. You go to Thompson.
That's okay. I prefer my yoga though. Like when it's cold outside, hot yoga is my team.
All of it.
Yes.
Yeah, it might be something you could do when it's cold.
Yeah.
But
Even when it's hot.
summertime,
So for the summertime, when your body gets regulated to the heat from hot yoga,
yeah.
you sweat less in the summer.
Oh, okay.
Like I'll be outside like this is nothing, y'all. Everybody else drinks. I'm like, I'm fine. It's fine.
It's like even spicy food. It's supposed to be good for me.
All right. So I'll flow through with you one time, and then I'll just kind of peek at y'all, walk around, and make light adjustments. Starting chop pose. So first, come to your rest. Soften your muscles. Just allow yourself to be supported. With your next inhale, begin to activate your arm muscles. Push your hips back into your heels. Deep breath in. Side out. Inhale, upward facing dog. Gentle squeeze in your glutes. Proud chest here. Deep breath in. Exhale, down dog. Make your adjustments. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, melt your chest back. Deep breath in. Exhale, round dog, tiptoe to the top. Big bend in your knees here, let everything hang. Next inhale, slowly roll all the way up, extended mountain pose. Pause at the top, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Pause. Breathe in. Exhale, low plank. Squeeze your arms in. Upward facing dog. Proud chest. toe to the top. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, rise, extend the mountain pose. Pause. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. So carry your exhale all the way down. Inhale, fill up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Slow breath out. One more time. Move to the top. Halfway lift. Move with your breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, extend the mountain pose. On your exhale, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, take a beat. Back rest. Yeah, say what you need. Another great time to do your sun salutation day is with the sunrise. As it is a warm-up for your body, it's also that acknowledgement that you're rising with the sun. So going from that down to the ground, up to your extended mountain pose, think of that as like the sun reaching high noon. And then your high to low plank is the sun setting for the day. One thing I always say is every day is a new vinyasa. So when you're going through these same motions, it can be redundant, it can seem boring, but you have that power to change your experience at any given moment, to check in with yourself and see how you can adjust this, how you can make it brand new. What energies can you press down into the ground to support your extension up into the world? Yeah. Any questions? No? No? Body's feeling okay? Stretch. Yeah, for sure. Bodies are warm at this point. So that completes our session 1 of Beginner's Journey into Yoga, which is the big emphasis on matching your breath with your movement and knowing the postures to warm up your body. Again, I thank you all for being here, supporting You Are Divine Yoga. If you have any questions, stay tuned. That was quicker than I expected, and I love that for me because I tend to take longer.
So how long are classes?
Classes are typically an hour. So the portion that we just did is the first 10 minutes, 10-ish.
I would always, like when I did my